Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of
Dad and Andrew's Garage.
Hey, today we have a fun build. We're participating with the three blind mice in the pig build. And pig is short for?
Paint it green.
That's right, paint it green. And we're going to be doing it for old St. Patrick's Day. And what we have here is the Hot Wheels Taxi. What do you think of this car, son?
It looks pretty cool looking. It has like that motor sticking out on the front as well.
Yeah, and it's a little play worn up, but we think it's going to make a really cool little St. Patty's Day taxi. What do you say?
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Okay, well, tell you what. Why don't we get this up on the old rotating car stand and see what we're looking with?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right on. All right, folks, and here we are up on the stand with the Hot Wheels, weirdly titled Shoebox. What's this based on, son?
The 1949 Ford Custom Club Coupe.
That's right. So it is kind of an old car it's been based on. So Hot Wheels turned it into a taxi cab, I guess. And yeah, it's not too bad looking. It's got a cool beefy look to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does. It got that motor sticking out on the hood, like I said already.
Yeah. Now, once again, it's got a motor that's chrome, a little play worn. It's also got that chrome interior in this case, which is kind of weird, but we could probably do something about that. It's got neat tires on it as well. We may swap them out, but for this one, it looked pretty cool. Now, of course, it is play worn. I think this was one of the toys you played with outside there a lot, son.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Or it was just really chipped up for my carbon in here.
And I seem to remember it going outside a few times too. But anyways, I think it looks really good, and I think it's going to be great for this build. So I think we'll turn it into a snappy St. Patrick's Day taxi cab. What do you think?
Yeah, it sounds really epic. I hope you're able to succeed on that idea.
Well, so do I. Okay, well, tell you what. Why don't we stop the chit-chat and get into the fixing up of the car?
Yeah, let's jump into it.
And here we are, the taxi, Hot Wheels taxi, the Hot Wheels Shoebox. And based, once again, like Andrew said earlier, on the 1949 Ford Club Coupe Custom, I think. So, yeah, as you can see, this is kind of a cool car. Yeah, you can't go wrong here. It had some great tires on it, and somehow they made it a taxi cab, and I'm still on the fence, so I want to make it a cab again, but we'll see. Anyway, I've taken the liberty of drilling it out at the bottom here, as you can see, and there's only one sort of rivet in it, so that was good. The rest of it sort of fits tongue and groove type of affair. But let's take it apart here and see what we got. There we go. So, okay, there it is, and here's the body. Oop, up, you can hear that. So, yeah, thick body and all yellow, but yeah, kind of a cool little frame on it. As you can see, it's all chipped up. So we got to figure out a nice green color for this. And, of course, we do have this crazy blue type windshield. And I think it's blue. I'm colorblind, so it may not be, but to me it does look blue, and we'll keep it like that. That has to be cleaned up at least. Made it look sharp. And, of course, here, one massive piece. We got the bumper, we got the motors, we got the interior. And the interior here looks pretty lush. Take a look at that. A lot of padding all the way around. You can even see here, it looks like a little pouch here for newspapers or something. I don't know, for books, maps, and that kind of good stuff, right? And interesting seats. So, yeah, we definitely going to do something to the interior because that is cool. And, of course, the base, right? So we have our base here and, some nice exhaust pipes here. And, yeah, of course, the detail bottoms. So, yeah, so that's it. It's not that much to it, as usual. The four pieces here we're going to have to play with. But we are going to do, I think, a good job with this. We'll put this here into the stripper, and I'll bring it along here. There we go. And we'll get this going in there right now. So once that happens, we can throw this into the old paint room and give it a good primer. I think so we're going to have to address some things like some of these casting lines. So in it goes. All right, everyone. Well, here it is out of the stripper. So not a bad job. And I still have to do a bit of fine tuning on it with regards to, what do we got here? We have some, let's get the light there a little bit better. So we got some horrific casting lines here. You see right across the right across that trunk, which should be kind of smooth, and of course across the front of the vehicle here. And I don't know if I'm feeling this like really small engine cavity, like it just protrudes, or just the very top of the engine protrudes there. And I think it should be a little wider to sort of see a little bit more what's beneath. And maybe these here's the belts sort of system, just a little hole for the belt to come through. I think it should be square all the way. So probably what I'm going to do is that. We're going to buff it up, clean it up, give it some filing and some sanding, and hopefully this thing will be smooth and ready to accept some paint. So yeah, stay tuned. I know you can't get enough of that song, Do You Want a Taxi? But here's our new Hot Wheels shoebox. Actually, I just gave it its sanding and its steel wooling and its filing to give it a lot nicer profile. We'll take it apart here. As you can see, yeah, so I gave that hole in the front for the engine a little bit more space so you can see a little more of the engine, because we'll paint it up and make it cool. And we also got rid of the horrible casting lines that were on the hood and on the rear of this thing, because yeah, it looked pretty bad. So I think now it should look pretty good. You can barely see the casting lines on the back. I think we'll give this a clean, and then we'll be able to take it for a nice coat of primer. Now, what we also have here, I used our Super Clean, and we got this all nice and clean from the chrome. So yeah, we're going to be able to paint the engine portion, the fenders, and we're going to make a neat interior, because the interior on this is kind of cool. Yeah, it's all right, folks. So we're in the paint room here, and we've just put a primer onto the interior, as you can sort of see, and that works well. So I think we're going to change this to a kind of another green shade, because I think being the theme of the build, painted green, and because the interior sort of goes on top of this, and there's some floor here, as you can see, we also put a bit of primer on the base. So we're going to mimic the color that we see here. And we also put in, as you can see right around here, we put in some axle tubes, one here and one here, because we're using these small little axle tubes, because I think we're going to throw red lines on this. So I thought, if it looks kind of cool, why not make it a red line? So, or at least give it red line wheels, which I think really set off a car. So anyways, let's just keep going. We got the paint room flying, so hopefully this will work out. All right, folks. Right on. So here's what we're doing now. We're getting these bearings put onto the vehicle, onto the chassis. So you can see, right, what I've done is taken the axle tubes, as I said before, and what we've done is taken these dress pins, and you can sort of see that little dress pin sort of head there that stays on, keeps the bearing in place. We cut those down to size so they'll fit inside the axle tubes. And if you'll notice, you see here I had to grind with a wheel, grind the axle tube so the axle tube is exposed. That way I can take these small little bearings here, put them onto this, onto the dress pin. Oh boy, it's hard to play around with. I'll see if I can do it here with a camera at the same time. That goes through there. Then it'll go into the slot like this. Sort of see that. Let me get that. There we are. Boom. It'll go in. I'll make a space so that it fits proper. And then we'll take a toothpick with some glue on it, and we'll put a little glue right there on these little grooves that I cut with a grinding wheel. So that way, hopefully, the things will still spin. You know, as you can sort of see, they should spin. Ooh, there we go. Yep. And that way, it'll be like a Hot Wheel. So hopefully, and you can see we sort of made the bottom silver as well to make it look a little like an older car. And yeah, so this is the last bit that we've got sorted out. Then we'll put on the nice red lines. And yeah, we should be ready to slap this thing together. All right, everybody. Well, I've also been tackling this windshield here, and we've had to use some scraping because there was some yellow paint on it. Oddly enough, for some reason, it looked like, I don't know, maybe they put this windshield in while the car was still wet, because there's a lot of yellow paint stuck around the windshield area. So I had to scrape that off with a dental scraper, and then sand this down with the very fine sandpapers, the kind you use when you polish up your headlights. You know, yeah, now I'm going to be able to put it in this floor wax here. Just give it a little dip. There we go. A little dab will do you. And we'll get it off here. And if you notice, there's always a little bit that you can sort of see that comes off because it's a, well, it just sort of spills over. We want to make sure that there's no blobs of it. All this extra stuff will feed off, drain off as you touch it to the paper towel. And there we go. So one more little bit here. Oh, see if I can reach it. There we go. Oh, finicky. But yeah, so that's how it is. Should be nice and clear now. You can sort of see it has a nice shine to it. So what I'm going to do at this stage, there we are. Yeah, nice shine. See? Now we're going to put it underneath this sort of cover, which is old Tupperware. But the thing is, what happens is what we get is a lot of dust. The dust will fall on it, I guess. If a fiber falls on it, then it gets stuck in with regards to the way it works. It'll seal itself in. You have to start over again, so it's bad. So that'll do that. And one more thing I just want to show you was this interior we did, and with the engine and sort of fenders and grill segment on the front. I think now is way more suitable for the vehicle. So yeah, not too bad. I like this green, lime green pearl interior. Keep along the green theme. And the engine that's inside this, as you can see, is pretty nice. Nicely detailed when you look at it from far away too. That's why I want to broaden that hole a little bit. So yeah, here we go. This is ready, I think, to put together. All right, folks, and here we are. We've had quite a journey fixing this thing up, but just for comparison purposes, this is what the old shoebox used to look like before we give it our Dad and Andrew's garage spin. What do you think, son?
Yeah, it doesn't look too good right now, but we made it look amazing.
Right on. I think so, too. Well, tell you what. Without further ado, let's get ready for the reveal. All right, everybody. And here we are. We have turned our shoebox into a hot rod shoebox. What do you think, son?
It looks really cool. I love the paint job you did, the way that you added the red line rims, and the interior. It's amazing.
Right on. And yeah, we figured, this looked really good as a hot rod, so I didn't want to make a taxi cab. I know we were sort of on the fence about that. But yeah, so we, of course, it's painted green, right? Now I actually have this Createx Fastback green, which kind of looks blue-green. You'll maybe be able to see a green shimmer inside the paint. You can sort of see that. And, of course, the front part is lime green. Although it looks yellow, it is lime green. So in keeping in the essence of this build, we've kept it green. We pigged the car out, as it were. And we liked, of course, using the red line wheels. I think that set it off. And I like more of this engine being exposed because I think it looks pretty good on its own. So, yeah, we want to, of course, thank the 3-Band Mice for putting this build on because it's been a lot of fun. And we hope that you check out all the other builders because they should have some pretty cool cars. What do you think, son?
Yeah, you should check out the other builders. They have some amazing cars.
That's right. All right, folks. Well, tell you what, thank you for watching the show, and we hope you like what you see. And if you do,
like and subscribe and share to your friends.
Right on. All right, folks. And hey, stay tuned for next time, and hope to see you then. And everybody, take care.
See you later, everybody.